So the first couple that I want to talk about, i- these two right here are so fake. Justine and Michael are so fake. They absolutely live in a fantasy world. Now, last week, we know we had the barber on there, right? And I gave some information on the barber, who he is, and all of that kind of stuff. So if you missed that video, go back and look at it. I'll make sure I put that in a link if I can. We met the barber, right? And so Michael was basically telling Justine and the family that he was going to be giving Justine this wedding that he felt like she deserved, right? And so he asked her, what did she believe that the cost of the wedding would be? And of course, in her fantasy world, she said that she believed that it would cost at least $60,000 because she wanted an elephant and all that kind of stuff. Shall buy. And so this week we see Mike and Justine, basically trying to get back to a normal life, right? They had their little premiere and all that. And so, there she's going to a boxing arena. I thought that when she said that she was taking a boxing to lose weight, that she was talking about like a structured class, but no, it's just her being out there, being a busybody, hitting a punching bag. And I mean, you're not gonna lose no weight or get your body back together doing that, right? Because at this point, honey, you quite old now, Justine. You need a structure. You need a structured facilitator or somebody, right, in order for you to really start really seriously losing some weight. And so they're talking about the kids and all that kind of stuff. Now, of course, we know Michael is saying that he wants to invest in his barbershop. He wants to have a female clients on one side and male on the other side. He had asked the barber whether or not, he needed to do booth rent or what he needed. And so the barber suggested he do booth rent. Michael said that he had promised this guy $100,000 in order to make this deal happen. So we see Michael and Justine, riding to, meet up with the barber and his wife, who is a partner in his thing. Michael is telling Justine that they need to be partners in this, right? Justine is saying, I am so sick of these quick get rich quick schemes that Michael has going on, right? She said, every time she turn around, there's some new business, the tennis shoes, the renting of the cars, et cetera, et cetera. And Michael was saying that, he, when he went to jail, he was a hustler, a drug dealer, and all of that kind of stuff, right? And he was doing things illegally. And now, he's doing things legally. And I say, you still a hustler, you still have that same mentality of getting a get rich scheme, in my opinion, to hustle people up out of their money without them really getting a product or probably a good service for it. I mean, that's just my opinion. It may not be actual, may not be factual, but that's absolutely my opinion about what I think I'm seeing out here in these streets. Because you could go from not hustling drugs to hustling fake ass businesses and stuff like that for people. So he goes into this place with the man and his wife, and the place is not up to Michael's standard. He believes that it needs to be fancier, bigger. He wants to be able to charge these people booth rent fees and stuff like that, right? And so while he's in there talking about it, he mentions that he had promised this guy $100,000. Now when I looked at the guy's shop and I pulled up all of the stuff. That's what I'm saying. Make sure you go back to the video if you have not already seen that. Go to back to the video that I did last week when I did just a little bit of searching for him, right? I didn't deep dive into the guy's business or anything like that, right? I just basically went to his Instagram post and pulled up the information. He don't look like he running $100,000 business. Michael had alluded to the fact, well, no, he didn't even allude. Michael stated that this particular guy, right, is a who's of the barbers in Vegas, and he didn't even make the list of the who's. He didn't make the list. Stop. And then when I went to the guy's Instagram page, he said celebrity love after lockup. He's making an appearance on the show. He's not a celebrity. Going on somebody's show does not make thou a celebrity. Like, I'm sorry, you just gonna have to do a little bit more in order to be a celebrity status. But anyway, I digress because maybe some people are calling them, but it ain't the kind of people that Michael was saying, because he didn't even rank in the top 10. And if he was all that, honey, he wouldn't have to blast it all over the place. Okay. So anyway, he's doing what he's doing with the woo woo boo 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 boo. Justine gets mad when she finds out that Michael has promised $100,000, and she is not with this. She walks out. She disrespects her husband in front of the couple. And Michael is like, okay, if you're gonna pop off, I'm gonna pop off with you. And she's basically calling him names and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, to do all of this for national television, to make it appear that you have turmoil in your family, that Michael even got $100,000 to put up. Because I don't know if y'all brought the sneakers, but I damn sure didn't. So I don't know how much money he made up off of that. Y'all remember, was it last year or the year before last, he was saying he had a credit repair service? Like, bitch, what does he not have? What is he not doing? And that's why I say it's like a hustle to me. You hustling people with these little five and dime type of businesses, instead of just getting stable, sitting back and doing what you got to do with the whoop whoop and the boop boop boop. The next couple that I want to talk, they get on my nerves so daggone bad. Let me tell you something. Bianca is the most immature girl, I think. Well, no, she running neck to neck. She's so immature.